No. Okay, it says the configured.
President of the board's not available today.
Should we incorporate like dance moves into our commentary?
You know what, you so can.
It says it's.
Might help with
streaming.
viewership.
Steve, you start us off. By the time you get to name all the dragons.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, to the Watertown Local Development Corporation Board of Directors meeting on Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. I'd like to call the meeting to order. We'll start off with the approval of minutes from June 18th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve minutes.
Second. Second, Steve. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. Number 3, the financial report, June financial statements.
We're gonna cover, are we covering both June and July?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll start quickly with the June report. Quick overview of the balance sheet. Showing total assets of 10.3 million, mostly comprised of 5.8 on our accounts receivable or loans receivable, and 4.2 in our investment accounts. We have a small liability, which is our lease here on the space, balancing our assets to our liabilities for the month of June. The profit and loss report for that month, we showed total income of $87,000. Interest on loans was $17,500, and then investment activity was $67,200. The expenses are listed there. Total expenses for the month of June were $29,000, just shy of $30,000, giving us a net profit for that month of $57,423. I'll cover the annual one when we wrap up the July. We move over to the July balance sheet. See, our assets grew a little bit month over month. We're at 10.4 million for the month. Again, the predominance is 5.6 in our loans receivable and just shy of $4 million in our investment accounts. Excuse me, just north of 4 million in our investment accounts. Giving us, again, still lease liability for the facilities, our only liability on the balance sheet, again, balancing out our assets liabilities. Income for July. Showed a total income for the month of $62,000. 28.8 was our loan receivable income there, and then 26,000 on the investment activities for the month. It was a small amount, we had some recovery debt in that month, $2,400.
That's a dollar, the FEMA dollar.
Oh, okay, okay, good. Again, you can see the expenses listed there. Total expenses for the month are $32,883, giving us net income for the month of July of just over $29,000. Annually, you can see our revenue for the year is $376,000. And again, predominantly split between our receivables on loans of just shy of $160,000, and then investment activity for the year so far is just shy of $185,000. Expenses listed there, again, on an annual basis. You can see that pretty much they fall in line historically where we've been. Total expenses for that period of 7 months through the year were $213,000, giving us income for the 7-month period of $162,594. Any questions on the income and balance sheet reports?
I mean, like comment on it is so up by income is a sponsorship income, $850. We received sponsorships when we were mucking the cops, so that's where.
And there's more to come in. We
Yeah.
haven't received one of them yet.
Oh, good. So you have total raise through what you received in commitments yet to come?
It was what, $1,100, I think.
Yeah, we have 250 more to come, so.
Okay. How about the customer loan report.
I think Mike, did I hand you this?
No.
I knew I had one extra. Okay.
Here.
Um,
Oh, you got it?
so the customer loan report, and then the one I handed out today is just the most, is what, as of this morning. So number 4 for 616 Lorraine, I did speak to him 2 days ago, and let him know if I didn't receive a payment by yesterday, that it would be discussed at a board meeting. He was supposed to come in yesterday with 2 days ago with $500. He didn't. Then I emailed and said, oh, I'll be in, drop it. He still hasn't received it. So he claims he'll be coming with $500 of it. We'll see. Then.
Yes, but I just wanna check, that one hasn't made a payment in 6 months?
Has he ever made a payment?
Yes, so his loan's almost paid off.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if you recall, it was a few months ago,
Oh,
he
this
is the one that called me and said, once his divorce was finalized,
He was gonna
He was
pay
gonna
the
pay-
balance off.
he was gonna pay the balance off, and I said, that's not really how it works. So,
Okay.
I put the fear of our, I guess, the board.
I mean, I guess I would leave it at you guys' discretion, right? If you don't get something shortly, have Peter bring the demand letter maybe.
Okay, yeah.
He owes $1,000.
You're right, it says 28.
28, it says 28 here.
But I don't think that's accurate. Can you look?
Yeah,
Could that be
no,
interest-
it's,
could that be
it's,
interest and
it's
fees?
1,000.
With interest and fees, I think we're at 1,500, because he's technically at the default interest rate too. I just emailed it to him the other day. Fabril, again, they fall behind, but then they make the payments. So I'm not too concerned about that one. The eatery, the demand letter has gone out. I haven't heard as of today anything back about that. I don't know if we want to start looking at writing that loan off. I don't foresee, she did open a new location, I think in I know she opened a new location in Sackett's.
She did.
Yes, and I don't know if she's still at the
Which
location
one?
here, because I know the Morning Ritual does have donuts, because I went in, toured a space over there, with Watertown first, and they were talking about how great, they were only talking about the donuts, so I don't know if the nursery is still in there or not. But I do think it's kind of time to look at writing that one off, unfortunately. She also did tell us when I gave her the heads up about, hey, the demand letter was coming, she said, well, the ACH paperwork is in the mail, so just rip it up.
The what paper?
The ACH paperwork was in the mail, and we never received it, so she had not mailed that out. Because typically when people when they start to fall behind, our first response now is
Put it on the
ACH,
sheet.
to make it an automatic thing. So she had claimed she had sent paperwork, but didn't.
So, and you're looking at this, have they ever made a payment?
I don't know.
Like not,
Okay.
She's made
A
payments,
couple.
they were interest.
Interest only.
okay,
And
yeah.
once it went to full, and this is, and I remember Mike saying, are we just kicking the bucket down the road? And at the time, I think everyone was kind of like, yeah, I think so. Because originally it was a $40,000 loan, then it went to the 58 because of, I don't even remember at that point, it was so long ago. Yeah. But we haven't received anything in almost a year.
Okay,
And even before that, every time we did receive a payment, it was chasing her to receive a payment.
yeah. Okay, and so basically that covered, July and June, the loan report?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I will accept a motion to approve the financial report.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Alright. Before we leave that, should we take the action that you're recommending, because we'll have to make a
Yes.
simple resolution to do that.
Yep.
Probably makes sense.
You were saying as far as writing the yearly off?
I mean, still continuing collection
Of
activity.
course, yeah,
on
Well,
it.
that'll go
Yeah.
on, you'll deal with Peter and the
Yeah.
demand, which you could get from there, but there's no sense of us continuing to carry it on this loan report. I mean, we might as well, take the hit to the, count on it, and then, if we collect down the road, we'll have the variance there.
Yeah.
But
the CEO do that, or is it just
Just a motion to.
So we need to just say.
Okay.
As of today's in the intro, yeah.
Because then it suspends any future interest.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'll make that motion, that'll be right off the balance of the loan to the eatery, effective today. And then allow Kylie and the legal team to work on any type of recovery on that.
I second that.
Okay, all in favor? Anyone opposed? That carries. Do we need to do a specific one to approve the finance report? I don't even know if we got there.
You,
Oh, I thought we
Did
did.
we do
Yeah.
that one? Okay.
Robin and
I'm sorry.
Mike.
It's okay. I just don't know if we, and we got a second, but I don't know if we all approve.
Well, say all of them.
Yes, can we,
All approved.
any opposed? Finance report carries, thank you. Committee reports. I will handle this, if it pleases the board. We did meet, the personnel committee met to discuss the CEO's evaluation. Thank you all for your contributions there. The meeting went outstanding in my opinion, and we're very pleased with the CEO's performance, as shown by the evaluations of the board members, which all came back very positively. Don't really have a whole lot else to say on that. If anyone else would like to jump in, by all means.
Just that, yeah, concur, I think everybody pretty much was in agreement that I was doing a great job, and we are recommending a raise retroactive to May 1st. Thank you. We were a little behind in completing our review, so we are recommending that
Great.
raise.
This was our overdue 6 month, and now we're gonna go back on cycle, right, with end of year.
Thank you.
Look forward to more kudos, I guess.
Yeah, such a positive, meeting, it was great. Thank you, Mike and Tom. Motion to accept the committee reports?
I'll make a motion to accept. Is that all the committee reports?
That's the only one.
Okay, yeah, I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Committee reports carry. New business.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, I can do this. So for new business, we had voted via email on a few things. The first one was to subordinate our position to just an extra dollar amount for Rush Check, 557 LLC, so we just need to ratify that decision.
And I have all the emails.
We have all the emails, all that's in there.
This is just a, get it on paper.
Is there a resolution on that piece that I need to
No,
read?
we don't, we don't.
Okay. All right. Do we have to vote on that?
Yeah, so we just have to.
Well, we just have to ratify it.
Yeah, to ratify the
Minutes,
vote,
yeah.
Okay.
just for the minutes purpose.
All right. Can I have a motion to ratify the subordination request for 557 LLC?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I don't
Carries.
know that I need to abstain from that, but I was the one involved in that original loan, so I don't know.
Okay,
I-
we can just.
I can just
Yeah.
put you abstain.
Then the second one that we had to do was for Kimberly Scott Creations. Watertown Savings Bank did an additional $65,000. They're having a lab inside their shop. They're gonna have like where they create the lab grown diamonds. So they took out a $65,000 loan. We just needed to subordinate our position to that additional amount, which we did over via email, so.
I'll make a motion to ratify that, subordination.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ratifying subordination request for Kimberly Scott Creations is
And then this last one, we did not send it out via email. I'm going to let Mike, it's for Mill Street Properties,
Yeah.
go over this.
Does everybody have the,
Yeah, so in your packet, there is an email between Mike, that Mike has sent me about the Mill Street property, because with Stewart's, I was looking to purchase a strip of land from them for their expansion. So in order to do that, we have to release our lien on that portion.
as Kylie mentioned, Mill Street is the hot spot on South Massey, and Prospect. And then they own the parking lot, which is Prospect, the coffee section of that block. Stewart's is putting the expansion on the corner of Massey and Coffee. Those two property lines are bought, and Stewart's is looking for roughly a 50-foot strip into where Hotspot is. We currently hold a second position mortgage with the WLDC on that property. And in order for them to really transact that with Stewart's, we as the LDC have to release our portion of that collateral we have, so we're doing that by this subordination or release document, release of mortgage, partial release. So we're releasing, there's a new description for that parcel of land, 50 by 240. We're releasing our mortgage against that, so they can then in turn sell it to Stewart's. That's really what's taking place here. The piece of land we're getting rid of is really just land. It's got no value, particularly to the overall project that we financed when we originally did it. I'll share with you that bank community has a first mortgage there. We've already ratified and released our portion of that. This is more just a cleanup for the attorneys to be able to transact the property.
Just for everybody's information, Stewart's has gone through all the approval processes with the city, and subdivision of this land has been approved, so, I guess this is probably one of the last.
Yeah, more of a formality. We actually held them off until we at the bank said, until you get all the approvals in place, then come to us, so that's basically what they're doing.
Other question I had, does the Hotspot or Mill Street, are they planning proceeds, or are they planning to pay down some of the principal, do we know, or?
I don't think so, Mike. I think they've actually made some improvements on their property, so it kind of compelled them to, when this transaction came to light some months ago, they're doing, I think, a total renovation in there. Yeah, so they're not going to pay any of our exposure down as they've improved their property there.
Just curious.
Yep. Good question, though.
Okay, any further discussion on this partial release of the mortgage for Mill Street Property Holding?
And I'll abstain from this one as well, because I facilitate the credit on the bank side.
Can I get a motion to grant the partial release of the mortgage for Mill Street Property Holding LLC?
I'll make a motion.
Second? Second, C. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Partial release carries. CEO report.
So the CEO report for June and July, is in the packet. We did not close any loans in the month of June, but Recrea's Bike Studio did pay off, their last loan with us. We did have in July, we had Sandgate paid off, their loan. So right now we have that money from both of those payoffs sitting in our account because we are still waiting to do our closing on the Masonic Temple and the Globe. Both are projected right now at like 2 to 3 months out still. So we do have some of that money. Why you might notice that our checking account has a little bit more than normal sitting in there. This summer has been pretty busy. I feel like we've done a lot of customer visits. We've been to Empire Square, S&J Properties, Power Play Sports, which now is outside the city limits, but it's still one of our customers.
It's cold in there.
It's cold in there. It was pretty cool to see. I did not realize that they had ice actually inside the building, so it was kind of cool to go and see.
Did you say
freezing in there.
It
Yeah.
was-
It was the hottest day of the year and we went there and I'm telling you,
Okay.
it took me till the afternoon for my fingers.
Yeah, we do not have hats and gloves to go there, and we probably should have, but
Should have full gear on.
we should
Yeah,
have.
I guess so.
Skates.
Isn't it synthetic ice?
So one part is, one is actual ice.
Oh.
The shooting where they,
Practice, okay, I'm not a hockey person, but there's a
to
part.
the goal
Yeah,
thing.
they shoot at the goal.
Yeah, whatever.
That's real ice.
That's a
That's-
synthetic, and then they have an actual like mini ice rink, and they have the cutest little Zamboni ever. I don't know why. It was- And then outside, they have a turf field that during the winter time is ice outside, but in the summer it's turf, and they do, like soccer to help with footwork for the hockey players. Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
pretty
even
cool.
know it was there, so that's pretty cool.
We also went to the Historical Society, and they have started construction on the roof, because again, that's one of our customers. We're waiting, I think it's the last thing they need for the grant, if I recall right, but to pay us back on that loan. Went to Kimberly Scott Creations. I feel like we did a lot. I don't know what else.
That's what I wanted to.
We did a lot this last, over the summer. And then the last thing is, well, this will be in next month, but we did Mug the Police last week, which was, again, a lot of fun. I know we talked about it earlier. And then Kayla from the chamber walked in with a shirt that said, support your local everything. And, well, as you guys probably have noticed with me, when I see something I like, I start to like spiral and like figure out how to incorporate. Poor Joy has to deal with my brain. Anyway, so we decided we wanted to do a whole support your local everything and to, again, bring a visual back to all these organizations that work together, because I feel like a lot of people still don't know these organizations exist, let alone how much we actually do work together. So we created these shirts. It's a spin off of our own logo. I wasn't going to do that, and then Kayla said that we should have it off of our own logo, so we ran with it. And we're doing it as a fundraiser, and any of the money that's raised, we're doing to the United Way, because I figured I feel very comfortable with Dawn, so as I'm trying to finagle how this whole thing goes, it's nice to have somebody that I feel comfortable talking to about it. But the backs of them are all the organizations that have something to do with like the economic development, and we also add the United Way on there. And I will send the link out, so if any organizations want to purchase any of them, and it's everything from shirts to sweatshirts. I think they did hats. Spoken
And
Expressions did it
They
all.
have the option where you can have the support your local everything on the back. Each of these agencies can put, like you guys could put JCPD.
Wow.
I mean,
You guys could put
there's a
that.
lot on there. She gave it to us last week. I just haven't had a chance to email it out. But again, we figured it's a way to show all the organizations coming together, and then a great way to raise some money for a good cause as well, so. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This- I don't know, it's this month's brainchild, but poor Joy has to deal with my brain. Sometimes I feel bad for her.
Yeah, we bounce things off each other.
But again, we're trying to increase our visibility within the community, and it's another way. My kids are obsessed with these shirts, because they don't have the main sizes, so they have to like finagle them all. And we've been camping, and they've worn either a shirt or a sweatshirt all weekend long. 'Cause I went home and did laundry, and yesterday my son was back wearing his shirt, so then so like my support your local everything shirt, and it is really cute, but I like duty out or something other than just that. But anyways, if you also have any other crazy ideas that you want to see happen, please let me know.
So he'll send the link out to us, and then we're free to promote it to our stakeholders
Yep,
to purchase
and
it.
we'll put it on our social media. As of yesterday was a year that we started posting on social media, and we are at, what did I say, 1,126, something like that followers. So it grew faster than I thought it was going to. People seem to also seem to be liking what we're posting, because again, we're using it as a way to promote the local businesses, and again, just what we do on a daily basis. And it's a good way, or a good excuse for us to get out and go talk to our customers. And then they like it because it gives them also social media content, so. It's been fun.
That's awesome.
the police department did share our posts.
Yes.
And it was cute.
And typically I don't go back in and look to see like what comments are on that, this one I did. And there was only one eye roll on it, so I thought it was good. Only one.
Minimal eye rolls.
Yeah, and we did lost 2 followers, but I, again,
We
typically
gained a lot
do
more.
not go back and look to see like the reactions, because I think part of me just doesn't want to get that infested.
Definitely don't.
And all my feelings hurt, so I just don't feel like, but I had to this time. But I think that's everything.
This is the old business side, did we ever, get any update on what was ever the disposition of this building next door?
They're suing her as a personally.
So, they didn't foreclose on it yet, right?
Nope, they switched it, for that.
Okay.
And I know there's a lot of issues right now with the homeless breaking into the building. Now that the bench was removed out front this past week, and we have noticed a significant decrease in activity, because there was a guy that was sleeping in a tent right outside. And he was like their lookout, because you would see him like texting all the time, and he's definitely the lookout for what was going in and out of the building. The homeless issue is it is an issue right now. We've had a lot of people say they don't feel comfortable coming downtown due to the increased homelessness activity.
I thought Craig did a very good story on it though. It was very well balanced, talking about the city and the county working together to try to help these people. It was a good story. He writes a good article. He's not here today.
No, it's not. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just noticed this morning, as I was pulling in, there was a couple, we don't call them campers out under the pavilion. I didn't see that for the longest time, now all of a sudden I noticed that.
So
It's been bad.
It's been
this
bad
year.
this summer, to the point so last week we were here so early because of going to the police station. And we were walking out, so like, all right, let's go to the farmer's market. Right when they opened, get some social media content up there. And there was a group of homeless, and then as soon as we walked by, this guy just veers off, and then he's walking so closely behind us. And it was like the most.
Joy has a taser though, so. And
Most of
pepper
them
spray.
are
I never thought I'd get stuff.
harmless, but there are definitely some. It's not your
Getting
typical
bolder.
homeless situation. In years past, it's just been people that are down on their luck and that are. Now it's definitely turned. It's more progressive population. Some of them, but again, it's fine unless they're following really closely behind me.
Yeah.
Had
I
that
don't know
happen a
what we
couple
could
times,
do.
so.
Maybe, communicate with our colleagues over at City Hall to see if there's any way they can.
The police they have been doing an amazing job coming down, and we've seen them
They're very
interacting with them,
kind.
they're talking with them, they're not, I mean, in my opinion, from what we're viewing, is they're being very kind, moving them. So I think they're doing the police department's doing everything they can in their power.
Okay.
I don't know. The end.
All right, do we need to go back and approve the CEO report? Can I get a motion to approve the CEO report?
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. A motion to approve old business?
We don't really need that.
No?
Not really.
Nothing there?
That was-
Okay, beautiful.
There was no action items.
No action, that's great. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?